What's going on, YouTube? It's NCN Place to be chilling, Mr. A&D, back to give you guys another WWE pay-per-view, and we are live, not really, but in Saudi Arabia for Elimination Chamber, right before WrestleMania. And joining me this time is the man, the myth, the reality, revolutionary Q-Flow, the rookie.
Hey, man, listen. We're going to have to change this name up, man. I got a surprise for y'all. I don't know when this airs, but as of this month, your boy's a freshman. Your boy made the freshman list. This is freshman Flo the rookie now, man.
Hold on. You mean like Triple X?
Nah, the
Double XL?
Rapzilla. I made the freshman list.
Whoa!
I don't know when this aired, though, because it's not officially announced.
Night.
So.
We recording this Saturday night, so it's going to be up Sunday morning. So, yeah.
Sunday morning? All right. So maybe they'll probably announce it like Monday, but it is what it is, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I'm freshman Flo now, man.
Freshman Flo. Oh, but as soon as you said freshman list, the first thing I thought of was the double XL.
Mm-hmm. I wish. That'd be crazy.
Well, I mean,
the Rapzilla freshman list. Your boy was nominated. It's my second year nominated. And I made it.
You made, oh man! So new album stuff like that. I what's coming from here now?
I'll tell you off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all need to go and check out the boy. You know what I'm saying? Q-Flow the rookie, man. I'm telling you, he out there doing his thing.
Yes, sir.
But right now, we got to go to this little roadblock before WrestleMania, and that's talk about Elimination Chamber. If I sound kind of weird, everybody, I apologize. It's hard for me to. It's gonna sound weird, but it's kind of hard for me to hear myself because my ear is not popping. It like popped in when I was talking. I was like trying to pop it back out, and it's kind of like
you sound fine to me.
Okay, cool. It sound like, to me, it sounds like I'm in an echo or something like that. So, but we gonna bear witness to this because so Elimination Chamber, on paper, you can get excited about it. Why not? Lita's returning. You have 2 chamber matches with some good competitors in there. So on paper, why not get excited for it? I'll tell you why. Because WWE all misled us like they always do. And I'll get more into that as we get into the review. So obviously this thing came on at 12. I'm working, okay? On Saturday, I know normal people had the day off. I was working on Saturday afternoon trying to get the money up.
And I was like, cash.
Yes, I was trying to watch it on the road. In the car, I was just like, so I'm gonna let y'all keep updating me on the Google Hangouts and stuff like that. So, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it when I finally get some downtime and stuff like that. So, yeah, what I saw was I was disappointed. It wasn't
bad, but it wasn't good.
I was disappointed. But I'll start off with the pre-show matchup they had was The Miz taking on Rey Mysterio. I've seen The Miz go against Rey Mysterio countless of times, so nothing's really new here. The only new element here is that Rey tried to pull the Eddie Guerrero move and made it seem like or that Dominic hit Miz with the chair or that Dominic hit Rey with the chair. Either way, it distracted the referee, so they can get the roll up on The Miz and win the matchup, hit it with a double 619. This rivalry is obviously not over. What you do later on tonight, where The Miz is going to find a partner. I'm like, oh God, who is this wink partner going to be?
Did you? Oh, so you heard the rumor then, right?
Or some people said Logan Paul, but I'm thinking straight Cody.
You think Cody coming back for this?
I didn't think Edge would come back for this, but they forced him in The Miz. But what's the rumor that you heard?
I heard Logan Paul.
Oh,
not no damn Cody Rhodes, not for this.
And you think that's the match WrestleMania, Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios?
Versus Rey versus the Mysterios. The Mysterios first. What's this? Their first time at WrestleMania together. They can get a pre-show.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's going to be Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, but low key, only if Johnny Knoxville takes an ass kicking.
Oh, of course.
Only if it takes an ass kicking. Going on to the main show, we have Roman Reigns kicking off the show because he said, if I ain't going to finish, I'm damn sure going to start. Roman Reigns taking on Goldberg for the Universal Championship. Goldberg ain't have his gloves on. I was like, oh, he looks weird. So
I did not notice that.
yes, he didn't have the gloves on. And I was like, well, we're gonna get this kind of matchup. So they do the tie up spot, and Roman Goldberg goes for the spear. Roman gets out of it. Then Roman goes for a Superman punch. Then sets him up for a spear. Then Goldberg hits him with another spear. He tries to go, gives Roman a jackhammer. Roman gets out of it, and then Goldberg. Let's make a long story short here. Goldberg tries to go for jackhammer again, but Roman turns it to a triangle choke.
Guillotine.
And then
guillotine.
The guillotine. Excuse me. That's right. I'm sorry. You are the ones. So turns into a guillotine, and then chokes out Goldberg.
The UFC fans will get mad. It's not a triangle. It's a guillotine.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I ain't the fighter out here. And then, but here Goldberg had the ropes, and then Roman ain't breaking. Then Goldberg passed out. I'm like, do not continue this storyline.
Is that I did not know. Okay. So you're gonna hear me say I didn't notice a few things because I was doing some housework while the pay-per-view was on.
Yeah.
So I didn't notice that at all. I don't think they're gonna continue it though because of how the pay-per-view ended.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just forcing this WrestleMania main event on us. So
I was like, look, just get this shit over with. This will be Goldberg's last match. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like I couldn't swallow it. So it was what it was.
It really wasn't a bad match though. Like it wasn't a blockbuster match, but we seen Goldberg last time in Saudi Arabia, and that wasn't good. So
no, last time we saw him was fine. That's the Bobby Lashley Falls Count Anywhere man.
No, in Saudi Arabia.
That wasn't Saudi Arabia.
That was?
That's Crown Jewel.
Oh, snap. All right, never mind.
Yeah, now, time before that, you know what I'm saying? No. But I'm saying, but last time I saw Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel.
That was a good match too then. Yeah, him and Bobby, yeah.
Yeah.
So he 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah, well, don't gas him up no more than he need to be. Please don't do that.
Oh, man, it's Goldberg.
Yeah, I get it, but it's Goldberg now, man. He came out there without no damn gloves on. He ain't no Goldberg. No, you don't come out with Goldberg.
I really did not notice the no gloves. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, next up, Elimination Chamber match for the Raw Women's Championship. Or, excuse me, for the winner will go face the Raw Women's Champion at WrestleMania. Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss, Doudrop, Liv Morgan, Nikki Ash, and Rhea Ripley. So the first two that was in the matchup was Nikki Ash and Liv Morgan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Liv had like the all red on. Obviously, everybody had to be covered head to toe. Next up, that comes out, we have Doudrop. She comes in there with the powerhouse and starts slaying people, the women against the chains and stuff like that. Then after that, we get Rhea Ripley come out, and Nikki ASH is like, oh my gosh, she's scared. She comes and tries to climb up the cage. Rhea gets her, slams her. She falls back into all the women. She gets riptide. Nikki crosses out. Nikki ASH is out of there. Next up, here comes Alexa Bliss, who looks like she's still doing her.
She's still doing the theme thing, but her new song is dope.
Yeah, I did not get a chance to hear her new song. But I was just like, let this shit go. Let her go back to being the goddess. I don't understand what the problem is. To be honest with you. Then, of course, the last one to come out is Bianca Belair. And then Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley kind of stare each other down because that's the future, y'all. And they start, trying to test each other's strength by, doing stalling suplexes to Liv and Alexa Bliss. Meanwhile, that's right. Liv Morgan does do a sunset flip powerbomb on Doudrop and eliminates her. So then afterwards, Alexa Bliss fights on Liv Morgan, gives her a twisted bliss, and then she eliminates Liv Morgan. And then Bianca Belair gives Rhea Ripley the KOD and eliminates Rhea Ripley, which I did not see come out. I thought it was going to be Alexa Bliss. And then we have Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair as the final ones. I was like, are you serious? Are you stop it? Alexa Bliss is not going to WrestleMania.
See, I was about to say you say that, but we seen Bliss get these dubs out of nowhere. It's not that too. It's not
Yes,
that far fetched.
I've seen the goddess Alexa Bliss get these
Oh,
dubs
okay.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This whole Wyatt gimmick thing, when she been going for a while, and the rest, look, stop it. Bianca need to get her receipt, and she get it at WrestleMania. The end. And y'all can focus.
Hey,
on
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, so she hits the KOD on Alexa Bliss, and then she wins the matchup. So Bianca Belair is going to WrestleMania to face. Stop it! It's Becky Lynch. Okay. Sorry, spoiler alert, but
spoiler alert.
Y'all know. Stop it. Next up was a tag team matchup. Ronda Rousey and Naomi taking on Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville. Ronda Rousey has to fight the match with one arm tied behind her back or to her side, depending how you're looking at it. She came out in her judo gear.
Judo gear.
Then she won the bronze medal in. So Sonya Deville comes out in the arm sling since Ronda put her in the arm bar on SmackDown. Was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And, so when the match started, Sonya does the heel thing. It's like, oh, my arm is fine. But she still get her ass kicked by Ronda, who is doing it with one arm. Tags in Charlotte. Ronda tried to go after Charlotte, but Charlotte like, no, we ain't doing this. And then Naomi gets tagged in, so she has a fight with Sonya Deville. And then Ronda comes back in there, and then Sonya Deville and Charlotte start jumping Ronda as they try to work on her arm. But then Naomi comes back in there, evens things up a little bit, and then Ronda puts the armbar on Sonya Deville, dares Charlotte to come in the ring. Charlotte like, screw this. And then Sonya taps out. So the winner is Ronda and Naomi. I hope Naomi just gets her singles match because she deserves one. And whoops Sonya Deville's ass at WrestleMania.
She was the fan favorite today, the whole event.
Yeah,
they was
loving Naomi out there.
Mm-hmm. That's all people were talking about.
So
you know.
Yes. So do you guys have? So I mean, the match was okay. It was a bridge just to get to where it was supposed to be. Everybody knows they wanted to see Ronda versus Becky, and I'll be honest with you, I do want to say that too. But WWE booked themselves into a hole. And it's like you cannot not give Bianca Belair her receipt. Right. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? Y'all put it to the hole, and y'all ain't gonna make it say feel like shit. She gonna get her win back. And that's how it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Next up was Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup that really didn't go anywhere.
Yo, I forgot this match was even happening. I thought I missed it on the pre-show. Cause I'm sitting here like, all right, just thinking point wise, I'm like, well, I should be neutral because Charlotte did. Wait, I'm still confused.
It's all right because. This match didn't happen anyway. They had this match already at day one, but they fight up onto the ramp, and I was like, okay, they come back into the ring, but there was a botch because Drew McIntyre set up Madcap Moss for his forward.
Oh, for that Alabama slam, he damn near broke his neck.
In reverse, but Madcap Moss tucked his head for some reason and landed square on his head, and it looked brutal.
Yeah,
and then Corbin actually pulled him out the ring, give him some time. And since there's no disqualification match, a Falls Count Anywhere, Corbin tried to buy some time as Drew tried to swing the sword. Then Megan came in there, got a Claymore kick, and then lost, which was expected. So,
right,
yeah, that match sucked. It didn't need to happen, and it wasn't a good Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Next up, we get Becky Lynch taking on Lita for the Raw Women's Championship. I like Lita. It's cool to see Lita back in the ring and doing something here, but Becky's offense just is like so not impactful. And then Lita being older, it's just like her offense is so not impactful. So I was like, I'll get a non-impactful match. They gave us a couple of near falls, like the whole Twist of Fate when Lita hit the Twist of Fate on Becky and she goes for her moonsault, and then they gave it a close near fall. Like, oh wait, but there was a second there. I thought Lita could actually probably do this because they wanted to surprise people
Yeah,
about
I was
stuff.
sitting here like, huh? I ain't think Lita was gonna win, but
No, but
y'all can't be hitting those moves and thinking like, you know what I mean?
but
Like,
but the manhandle slam, Becky,
uh,
sweetheart, get a new finish. It looks so bad when Becky does it. She can't do it like The Rock. She can't do it like Booker T. I'm sorry, that slam got to go. It is not for her.
they tried to plant a little seed talking about my fault. I had to run this back to the Goldberg Reigns real quick. When Reigns hit him with a Uranagi, he hit him with a rock bottom. Like, I'm like, oh, shut up.
Yeah, hit her with the rock bottom, but my God, but the way Becky do it, I was like, it looks so weak. And then having the people had to sell for that. Well, she hits two, but the second one she hits on Lita is the killer, and she pins Lita and wins the matchup. So Becky Lynch retains the championship, which we thought was going to happen anyway.
Right.
Moving on, we have for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the Usos taking on the Viking Raiders, which ended in a no contest because this was stupid. The Usos come out and attack the Viking Raiders during their entrance, and they beat them down. And then Eric is on the floor. Ivar is the bigger one. The Usos suplex Ivar onto Eric, and then they say they can't continue.
Match done.
What the hell you mean they can? I was like, wait, that is just bad booking because they didn't use no chairs. They didn't use no weapons. They did nothing. They just suplex. How many matches have I seen somebody get suplex on somebody? That's actually one of the Viking Raiders moves. And this is War Machine here.
Right.
You mean to tell me that they fall in there and they couldn't compete? Now, like I said, if they nurse or something, or if it's part of the angle, but according to Fightful Select, that this was part of the plan. This was
really
always part of the plan. And then, with that being said, you're like, you fly them out here for that, huh? I'm sorry.
Don't fly me. Yeah, don't. Well, the payday was nice, but don't fly me halfway across the world, and I ain't got no match going.
Yeah, it's Saudi Arabia of all places. No, don't do that.
Right.
And on top of that shit, I'm sorry, Usos and Viking Raiders is not a WrestleMania match to me because y'all have done nothing to make me be even invested in the Viking Raiders anymore. It's all about, no matter how old you are or how young you are, when you're like a wrestling fan, wrestling is all about the different characters that you're investing into. That's why we're fans. And when you want to see certain scenarios or certain things happen or play out. That's like even in sports. Why didn't we have all-star games? And when it comes to that, you have to keep a team or somebody that's looking strong so they can be a threat to the Usos Tag Team Championships. There's no tag teams. So you may ask yourself, what they going to do at WrestleMania? They're not going to be in a match of Roman. What are they, as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, going to do? Because the Viking Raiders have not been convinced or shown enough that they belong here. After that no contest, it was terrible.
Hey man,
What you gonna say?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know. Like, what they gonna give us in? When's WrestleMania? 6 weeks? 3 weeks? 6 weeks?
I think it's
they kept
March,
saying it. Yeah, I was about to say they kept saying it during the thing. I don't know what they gonna do. Because usually I could like reach for straws and say, oh, they could go against. No, I don't know.
Yeah, because they've been building Viking Raiders like they've been building Diamond Mine on NXT. So,
all right, Creed brothers.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Oh yeah, Creed brothers just won also. But for the main event, which is the Elimination Chamber for WWE Championship, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley versus AJ Styles, Austin Theory, Riddle, and Seth freaking Rollins. On paper, listen to me. On paper, this should be the best Elimination Chamber match to date.
Mm-hmm.
On paper, AJ Styles, Riddle, Lesnar, Lashley, Rollins,
Right.
and the up and comer in theory.
This is on paper, that's a good match.
And everybody was sitting there wondering to themselves, like, well, why is it Kevin Owens in this match? And why does Austin Theory take Kevin Owens' spot? He just signed the deal and he gets lost to a rookie. You know what? I am so glad Kevin Owens was not in this match.
Waste my man's time.
Because this right here was insulting. Because it's AJ Styles and Riddle that start, correct?
Yes.
In the matchup, yes. So, they had wait a minute, hold on. I didn't get it wrong.
Well, no, it was Rollins.
Rollins and Austin Theory start.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I remember they kept laughing, doing the stupid ass laugh.
Yeah. And Seth Rollins takes Austin Theory and gives him a buckle bomb to Bobby Lashley's pie. And it breaks the pie, and Austin Theory flungs right into Bobby Lashley. Now, according to the story, Bobby Lashley hit his head on one of the steel beams, and now he's concussed.
Concussion protocol.
Yeah, so as the match is still going on, next up out is Riddle. And they have some cool exchanges, but everybody's checking on Bobby Lashley to make sure he's all right. Then after that is AJ Styles. So then we have AJ Styles, Seth, Riddle, and Austin Theory in the matchup. Riddle does a double draping DDT to Rollins and AJ like Randy Orton, and then the timer goes off, and Riddle has the cell on his face like, oh God, is Brock about to come out? So as the countdown, it's not Brock, it's Bobby's pod that goes over. Bobby's been taken away on concussion protocol, so Brock's going to have to wait. Brock ain't waiting. Brock takes his foot, busts out that pod, and then he
starts to clean house.
He goes Goldberg from 2003. He goes up to Seth Rollins. And then he goes to Seth Rollins, F5, he's done. Goes to Riddle, F5, he's done. AJ Styles goes to AJ Styles, F5, he's done. I didn't like that.
Yeah, he just bitched all of them.
I didn't like that. I'll explain it at the end. Austin Theory's like, fuck this. He's running. And he's running away from Brock Lesnar. He actually climbs up on top of the pod. He climbs up, and then there's he's actually gone through a spot at the top of the Elimination Chamber trying to get away. But Brock climbs up to the pod and grabs him, and Austin Theory's just like, oh my God, he got me. And he's just on top of the pod, just ramming him up on the plexiglass, up on top of the pod. And he looks down at the ring, and I'm just like, oh, Brock going to do it. I don't know how far he's going to throw him. But then he has Austin Theory up, and then he just gives Austin Theory an F5 off the pod to the padded part of where the ring was at. And I was like, oh my God. Now, of course, Austin Theory did take most of the blow with his feet. Thank God. If he didn't face first, he looked probably dead. Brock comes in there, pins him, and Brock Lesnar wins the WWE Championship. Just like that.
Just like that.
And we kind of knew Brock was going to win the match. But here's the issue of why I said it like that. Because this is the difference between the Goldberg 2003 opposed to the Brock of 2022. At that time, when Goldberg did that whole thing to Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, and Randy Orton, those guys, minus Randy Orton at the time, were established guys.
Mm-hmm.
That mechanism was used to get Goldberg over as the old Goldberg from WCW. That's what that was designed to do.
Correct.
Now, today, yes, you can. Seth Rollins is established. AJ Styles is established. Riddle is in the Randy Orton spot. But the problem with that is they have done nothing with these guys to build any credibility with them. It wasn't like it was back in the day. They were still building credibility with Shawn Michaels. They were still building credibility with Chris Jericho, and they was working to push Randy to the top. Riddle is stuck in a tag team right now with Orton. And it doesn't look like they're going to do the Orton Riddle turn for WrestleMania time. And then you have AJ Styles, who was just with Omos for almost a year, and then you have Seth freaking Rollins, who literally just lost everything. He lost his Hell in a Cell match. He sat there and lost to Roman.
He lost at the
exact. So he hasn't been doing. They have not done anything with them. And today it's hard to rely on the name. And Brock just went through them like they were nothing. There wasn't even a competitiveness to it. I'm not saying Brock shouldn't have won. I'm just saying, but that's not the match advertised. Yeah. And then on top of that, Bobby getting hurt now, according to the Ringside Report, not Ringside, Fightful, that Bobby Lashley has to go nurse a real injury, which is his shoulder injury. And then they were saying it was sustained at the Rumble, because I knew something had to be wrong, because if you go back and watch the Rumble match between him and Brock, the way that Bobby's taking up German suplexes is awkward. Like he is trying so hard to prevent landing on one of his shoulders. Go back and watch it. The first German suplex is like, okay. And then he does German suplex to Brock. And then Brock gives him 3 stiff German suplexes right on his head. That's when he bites his mouth and he starts bleeding.
Yeah. I remember.
And then after that, every suplex he takes after that, Bobby is like falling on his side opposed to his back.
Right.
And I was like, something happened. Something happened. I don't know where it happened, but something happened and it is messing with his shoulder. And since then, Bobby has not been in action on Raw or anything. So
I ain't even noticed that. That's crazy.
Exactly. So he looks like if he has to get shoulder surgery, he's gonna be out for 4 months. So that means we're not gonna see Bobby back until the summertime.
Damn. My man can't even get his get back.
Exactly. So then you ask yourself, now Bobby is gone. You have Brock that won this championship to go against Roman. How in the hell, what is left for anybody on Raw to do? What does WrestleMania look like? Especially on the Raw side. When you have put all your eggs in the basket to Roman and Brock for this title versus title. Now, if you had to get the championship off of Bobby, I get that. But Brock's already promised a match. He won the Rumble. So and if you're not going to unify, if you want to unify the championships, fine. Because I think if you're going to do this draft, it needs to be one champion like it was back in the day. And for those who are not familiar, back in 2002 when they first did the first draft, they had one champion. They went between both shows. Well, Triple H don't like to work on Tuesdays, so they had to make him his own belt. Then the reign of terror began. But before the reign of terror, it was one championship that went between both shows. That's how it was. But they have not mentioned it. It's all this title for title bullshit. And I just hate that we got to that match at the expense of Seth Rollins, Riddle, AJ Styles, and even Austin Theory. There was a spot and a couple other exchanges that I liked, but the Elimination Chamber, I'm sorry, has not been. I'm gonna go on and let people gonna hate me for saying this.
You don't like the gimmick joints anyway.
No. I don't like the gimmick. I like the gimmick pay-per-views. I don't mind the gimmick. I love gimmick matches. I don't like the gimmick pay-per-views when it's like we have to have an Elimination Chamber at this pay-per-view on this time, and that's it. We can't have it no other time during the year. And to me, that's stupid. I don't like that. But if I forgave anyone, any of the pay-per-views, it'll be Elimination Chamber because I'm like, okay, after the Rumble, if a SmackDown or a Raw person wins the Rumble, that's a good way to find out who is going to be the next challenger for the other show's championship.
Right.
So I'm cool with Elimination Chamber. Hell in a Cell and TLC, I'm over those. But the Elimination Chamber match, the quality of match has not been good since like 2016 or 2017. It has not been good. And I'm almost on the limb to say for y'all basketball fans out there like myself, it's like the NBA Slam Dunk Contest. It hasn't been good in about 5 years now. Just the quality of match. It used to be like, yo, let me share what's the. I'm not saying they had to go back to the old one. I'm saying based on like the most brutal structure and the way it's all planned out. I'm like, bro, I rarely see any carnage in that joint anymore. And I was really kind of crossing my fingers that with the match card they had, I ain't nobody was really hurt, and I didn't know, or if he is, I'm not really sure, but AJ couldn't hit Brock with a phenomenal forearm. Could get a curb stop. Could just, even if Brock just want to take Royal to Suplex City because he don't like him, but I could even that interaction because they will never be that close together in the ring ever again.
Nope.
But give me your thoughts.
Yeah. So I didn't know Bobby had like a real life injury. So when the match was done, I'm sitting here like, okay, I guess that's a way to protect Bobby. I don't know though. I do think they could have at least, like, they ain't have to let Brock go ahead and just clean house. Like, we know he gonna win. At least make it like, oh man, they was trying to get Brock out of here. Like, we ain't get a pile up, the usual little pile up pin. And all that,
I'm saying because he could have still clean house and got him out of there, but you gotta give these people some kind of credibility.
Yeah,
some kind.
I just watched three former champions. Well, no, two former champions, Riddle and Austin Theory, just get cleaned up. The last time somebody did a cleanup was Shayna, right?
In Philly, and that didn't go over well.
Yeah, we gotta stop this, man.
I'm saying, yeah, the whole Goldberg from 2003 approach does not really work unless you have some established people that's already been booked decently in there. And that's one thing I don't think they understand. So,
right.
But that was Elimination Chamber. So, your final grade for it? I won't ask for a letter. I just ask for a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Thumbs down, thumbs down.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm not even going to reach and say thumb in the middle. Thumbs down.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going with thumbs down. I did like the way it was booked on certain things. It obviously, I don't mind predictability, but this is the most predictable show on the card of how it's going to be. I think the brutality and everything. I think the Elimination Chamber has truly gotten even less. I think it's got rated G. Like, seriously.
Sheesh.
Because
G rating.
Yeah, I rarely even see moves done on the outside padding anymore. Like they made this whole very safer Elimination Chamber, which I understand. It's hard to do kind of stuff like that on that steel grate, but there's something that they do. It's just break some weapons in there or something.
Yeah, it was too safe, and this is supposed to be a man, the brutality of the chamber.
Yeah,
where was the brutality at?
The match is not as exciting anymore. So, but yeah, we will get those out. Post like comments down below. How'd you guys feel about it? Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed our review. Hit the subscribe button for more. WWE content right here on NC Studios. Once again, it's NC a place to be. Jump Hammer saying D. And the man with the reality and revolutionary Q Flow for the rookie.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out.